Welcome back to Transformers Cyberverse Season 3, Episode 14. It's the beginning of the end for this Quintesson Arc, and it's the first part of the four-parter, The End of the Universe. In the last episode, Megatron and Dead End stole the Quintesson's multiversal drive and fled into another universe. But the Autobot-Decepticon Alliance still managed to defeat the Quintessons, although their victory was short-lived as Starscream, rebuilt as a Quintesson judge, rose from the rubble. We now begin this four-part conclusion with Kup telling it to us like one of his old war stories. We see Starscream still holding on to the outside of Croaton as they travel across the universe. Why he doesn't, just climb up to his head or find some other way inside him, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to pay the modelers to make some interior environments just for this scene. Anyways, the two eventually come across the Quintesson ship. Croaton is knocked out, and Starscream is brought to the judge. And we learn that Starscream sold out his own people to save his own tail. Like I mentioned in the previous video, Judge Starscream only has 3 heads instead of the usual 5. One is Starscream, obviously. One seems to be a typical gray alien like you see in a lot of science fiction. The other one, I didn't know this, but apparently it's called a Velgrox and it's from Rescue Bots. So we've now seen something from Rescue Bots in Cyberverse and something from Cyberverse in Rescue Bots Academy. But I thought these were supposed to be separate universes. Next thing you know, they'll have characters in Rescue Bots Academy that look like their Cyberverse counterparts, and are even voiced by the same actors. But anyways, the gray alien just wants to probe them, another reference to the stereotypical greys and alien abduction, which, now that I think about it, how exactly would you go about probing a Transformer? No, don't think about it. No, stop. Stop thinking about tailpipes and other holes Transformers might have and sticking things in there. Let's just keep going and leave that sort of thing to the not safe for work Twitter artists. So yeah, the gray alien wants to probe them, and the Velgrox wants to eat them. It's interesting. We were told that each universe's judge is created specifically for that universe. I assume that, like Starscream, the Grey and Velgrox represent other major races in the Cyberverse universe. So if that's true, then why isn't there a human head? Or are humans not significant enough in the Quintesson's eyes? Or were Starscream, the Grey, and Velgrox just unlucky enough to cross paths with the Quintessons in space and got brought in to become part of the judge? And that's why there's no human head, because humans haven't gotten into space travel yet. Or at least not to the degree they did in G1 by this point. It also brings up the idea that the other Quintesson judge from before, which was from another universe, must have been made up of 5 different races from its own universe. If so, I wonder what they'd look like if they were non-judgified. And for that matter, I wonder what the G1 5-faced Quintesson would look like as separate entities. Obviously that's not canon with what we know about Quintessons in G1, but still, I'd be interested to see what that might look like. So Starscream captures all the Transformers, and after Hot Rod and Soundwave Stage 1 breakout attempt, he puts them into their own personal loop where they have to fight off cosmic rust with buffers. Okay, not sure how that works. Also, if this is a loop, why does it matter if they die from the rust? The loop will just reset and they'll be fine, right? Unless of course the loop is like the Matrix, and if you die in the loop, you die for real.
If you're killed in the Matrix, you die here?
The body cannot live without the mind.
Perceptor tells Starscream that Megatron and Optimus died, but we know that this isn't true. Megatron escaped to another universe, and as we learned in this episode, so did Optimus, along with Bumblebee and Wheeljack. Like in the last episode, I was excited when Optimus finally stepped through that portal. Again, I was expecting some kind of alternate Transformers universe. Some kind of reference to previous Transformers series, or at least some kind of differently colored Cyberverse-like universe. But no, instead they end up in an MC Escher illustration. Overall, this is actually kind of a disappointing episode. All I could think of while watching this was, wouldn't it have been better if they did this? We did at least find out what happened to Starscream, and we got a bit more background on the Quintessons. But I think I came away with more questions than answers. Oh well, hopefully the next episode is better. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here soon for the End of the Universe Part 2.